around 60 days ago, I started going to the gym pretty much every night to try and get myself to stream every day, but also to obviously try and lose weight. I started around about 215 kilos 60 days ago. I started doing push-pull legs twice a week, so 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday, and then a 1 hour walk on the treadmill at zone 2 cardio before every single session. Initially, even though I started at 215 kilos, I actually ballooned up significantly in the first couple of weeks. I put on so much water weight and got so swollen from training at that intensity that I would leave the gym and all my hands and forearms were puffy and I could hardly close my fists, and I could just feel like every joint in my body was swollen and stiff, like the Michelin Man, like I just could hardly move. So I started at 215 kilos, but over like 30 odd days, I actually got up to 226 kilos of bloat. I wasn't really tracking my calories at the time, but I was eating a lot of carbs. I wasn't overeating much, but I wasn't really binging, but I was eating a lot of salt and a lot of carbs, a lot of stir fries with a lot of soy sauce in it, and I was obviously just retaining heaps of water. I went to my GP and I was like, can I go up in my Ozempic dose, or like what can I do? Because I feel like I'm just sick of not losing weight. And she's like, why don't you try Mounjaro? And I was like, yeah, but it's like $400. And she's like, yeah, but you know, it's expensive, but it's an investment in your future and you'll spend less on food. And I was like, yeah, it's a good point. I'll see. And then luckily within a night or two from her suggesting that, someone sent me a TikTok universe, which was like hundreds of dollars. And I was like, oh, holy fuck. And I just struck while the iron's hot. And I went and got the pen straight away, which I think was, $350 or $400 for the starter dose. The starter dose really didn't do anything. Like I was on 2.5 milligrams for about 4 weeks. Didn't really feel any food noise reduction. Didn't feel any blood sugar control. Wanted to overeat just as much as I did before it. But, you know, the GP kept saying to me, just wait. And I kept reading up online and forums and stuff, and they're saying, yeah, that's really normal, which was weird for me because Ozempic had the opposite effect. Like as soon as I took even the most beginner dose there is, immediately I was like, oh, well, like definitely got food noise reduction. So I did 4 weeks of that, and now I've gone up a dose. So after 4 weeks, I went up to the 5 milligram pen, and I'm now in my second week of 5 milligrams. I was 226 kilos. It has now started to work, and I can feel the effects of it somewhat. I wouldn't say it's like at full strength yet, but I've gone down from 226 to 222.3. I'll put a video somewhere. I just weighed myself tonight. So it's definitely started to work. Hopefully this will be the beginning of a continued loss, and I can still go up. Like, you know, the GP said I can go up next month. If 5 doesn't really work out that well, we can go up to 7.5 and then 10 milligrams. But hopefully I've started to drop a bit of the swelling, a bit of the water weight. I can feel my sort of joints freeing up a little bit. And this should be the start of losing finally.